बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम इय्याका नअबुदु व इय्याका नस्तईन अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मदिन व अला आलि मुहम्मदिन व बारिक सल्लि व सल्लिम अलैहि. Dear colleagues, today I am going to tell you about the measurement of size of ventricle. Ventriculomegaly is obvious on looking if there is gross dilatation of the ventricles as well as the dilatation of the cisterna magna. However, when there is borderline ventriculomegaly, then there is much more difficulty whether the ventricles are dilated or not. So today I am going to tell you how to measure the ventricles. So there are 5 criteria which should be strictly followed. Number 1, the exact axial plane. Here you can appreciate that I have placed the image in front of you. Strict axial plane means the midline. This midline structures, which is interhemispheric fissure, it should be equidistant from the anterior margin of the calvarium and posterior margin of the calvarium. So this should be this distance and this distance. This should be have equal size, almost equal size. So this is the one criteria, and other criteria is second criteria. There should be landmark which should be present at the axial plane. One is anterior landmark and other is posterior landmark. The anterior landmark, on this side there should be column of fornix on the view, or cavum septum pellucidum. This is the column of fornix. So this column of fornix should be in the view. This is the column of fornix on the anterior side, and there the posterior landmark, this triangular space. You can appreciate here this triangular space, this triangular space is the ambient cistern. So this ambient cistern should be in this plane also. This triangular space on the posterior aspect of the thalami is the ambient cistern. So this should be also in the axial plane, in the same scan plane. So, and third should be the atria of the atria of the lateral ventricle, where the measurement is done. Where should atria would be when you will apply the straight axial plane, anterior and posterior landmarks are present. Then on the posterior aspect, just close to this ambient cistern, there will be the echogenic depression or echogenic line. This one, you can clearly see this one. This echogenic line is called internal occipitoparietal sulcus. So this occipitoparietal sulcus should be in that plane also. And opposite to this sulcus, the atria is lying. This one is the atria. We can recognize the atria on the choroid plexus. This whitest tissue is choroid plexus, this one, but this is not the criteria. It may be changed. So the strict criteria is the internal occipitoparietal sulcus, and opposite to this sulcus we can measure the atria. And third one and fourth one is the adequate image size, because there should be zoomed image so that we can clearly measure the ventricle. And fifth one is the placement of the caliper. The caliper should be placed from this one, from inner. This is the sulcus, opposite to is the atria, and this is the placement of the sulcus from inner to inner border of the ventricle. This is the normal measurement of the ventricle. However, if there is a borderline ventriculomegaly and we are unable to conclude whether it is ventriculomegaly or not, we should follow this 5 criteria. Sometimes it happens we have an oblique image and then we consider that it is ventriculomegaly. So don't go to that oblique image. This was the all about the how we measure the ventricles which have borderline dilated. Many doctors ask me where is the column of fornix and cavum septum pellucidum and how we will differentiate. So we can see that this is the cavum septum pellucidi, which has triangular in shape, and if we go slightly downward, this is the column of fornix. There will be two lines. Two lines are also present in the cavum septum, but there will be a midline, interhemispheric fissure midline. So this is the column of fornix. We can see that no midline in the cavum septum pellucidi, and just go slightly downward, two echogenic lines on either side, and in between is the white echogenic line. This is the column of fornix. So this was all about the how to measure the ventricles, especially borderline ventriculomegaly. Thank you very much.